good game of football tonight.
Yeah, I think it was playing with the right tempo. I think approached by both teams in the right manner. And again, I think we showed tonight, organised, disciplined, and good character as well. Going a goal down that's disappointing, and that's what happens when one person within the chain doesn't do his job. You get punished, especially the higher up you go, and when you're playing against clubs that they look for that weakness. I've got to say, for the majority, we got the rewards.
You played against obviously an under-21 side tonight, but you could tell players who've been coached from a very young age to play a very specific style of football, and credit to them, they played some really nice stuff. Yeah,
I think they're very pleasing on the eye, good understanding, brave with the football, and they move you around. To play for Arsenal and to wear their shirt, when you go past the age of 18, you become a professional for Arsenal. You've got expectations on you. And again, I think a lot of these players that play tonight, if they don't go on and further their career with Arsenal, you will see them Championship, League One, Championship, creating their own identity, but with the grounding and the understanding and the upbringing they've had, with the good habits that they've been picking up, being associated with Arsenal Football Club.
As much as Arsenal play some nice football, your side plays some really nice stuff at times as well.
Yeah, I think we played from a shape that we needed to. We knew how they wanted to play. And again, it's been a microwave learning lesson, because obviously the focus has been on the league for ourselves. And then as soon as we get the game finished, we have myself and the coaching staff. We have an hour. We have a day, and we look at as much information and footage as we can do, and we get at the basis of how we think they're going to play, and then we try and set some traps for them. And again, I thought the players. Again, within that, we only have one coaching day on the Monday, but we're setting pictures. And again, I've got to say, I thought the players understood their roles very well, and they got their rewards.
Just to pick out a couple of individuals, start with the goal scorer, Sam Hoskins. Fantastic finish. Does that frustrate you as a manager? Because he's so lively pretty much every weekend. He's got that finish in his locker. He shows it time and time again, but just doesn't quite produce it every single weekend.
Yeah, but it's something that we have been identifying and have been working on with Sam, getting the ball below the height of the crossbar, because he gets himself in some great positions, and he's that intent and that determined to score. He loses slightly his technique. If you watch tonight, you could tell as he's about to strike the ball, he's relaxed, and his focus is on keeping the ball below the height of the crossbar. And then if you do that, you get your rewards.
And he's got great technique, because that right foot, the way he whips in crosses sometimes, and the way he strikes the ball, he gets a lot of movement on it. It's all there. It just needs to come together.
Yeah, and again, it's something that the coaching staff have been working on. It's that the 1 second to relax, and then you find you're able to execute your technique better rather than snatching at it and losing some of your technique, and then you have a drag it or you sky it. I think it was evident today when you could see when the great setback by Verdane, and you could actually see him physically set, then strike.
Another player who impressed tonight, I thought, was Billy Waters. He seemed to be everywhere, and he was at the heart of everything that was good about your play.
Yeah, and again, I think we set traps. We knew that we needed to keep play one side, and we knew that the understanding of the roles, Billy and Sam Hoskins, that is where we were going to win the ball back in those areas. I think first half and second half, our regain count will be very good.
On tonight, obviously, difficult conditions, hot again. With the squad, you've got a lot of injuries, so you can't maybe rotate as much as you'd like. How much of a help or hindrance is tonight ahead of Saturday?
Well, again, I think winning at home, albeit on penalties. Again, I've got to say, I thought the crowd tonight, even though I think the numbers was only something like 2,500, I thought they were very vocal, and they enjoyed seeing their team give a committed performance. Yeah, some of the supporters might have come to see Arsenal and see the potential future of Arsenal Football Club, but the backing that the supporters gave us, excellent. And I think they appreciated the hard work, the determination, and the willingness to put in a performance.
Looking ahead then, back into the league on Saturday. Tough task. Plymouth started really well. They've got a lot of those ex-Bury players, I suppose, that went up last season. What are your thoughts on that one?
Again, I think they have got a style of play. and again, they have brought in a number of new players at the football club. I think it helps the manager because he's brought in players that he's worked previously with the year before, and you're bringing in players who've got an understanding and a belief, and they know that they can get success with that system. They're a very good team. I think they played tonight. I think they went 2-0 up against Reading before Reading got to grips with how they wanted to play. So yeah, again, we need to be organised, disciplined, and understand that how they want to play the game. We've got to respect it, but then also then cause them problems when we get possession of the ball.
I suppose in similar circumstances, you've already played a side who at that time were at the top of the league as well in Swindon. Your team seems to really raise its game against the sides who are operating at the higher end of the division. Does that please you or frustrate you as a manager?
I think the thing is, in all the games so far we've played, we've had opportunities, and we've been very, very competitive in the games. And you're finding one error, one error of judgment, or one misplaced pass, or one poor decision, we're being penalised. But what I've said to the players, keep believing, keep improving, and you will find gradually when more and more people start putting the demands on other people, the little errors will start going our way. But first and foremost, we have to put our own house in order and make sure that we're doing what needs to be done.
Just final one ahead of Saturday on injuries. I know Steve Arnold's way out of contention, but the likes of Alan McCormack, Hall Johnson, and Scott Wharton. Yeah,
again, they're on a road to recovery, which is, they've got a time scale that's been put on by the physio, and we have an inside and an outside date that we try and work to. With Alan McCormack, he's coming to the period now where he's going to be potentially field based with his rehabilitation. But again, there's a protocol that we have to follow because of the fear of re-injury. So again, it's, he needs minutes on the training ground, doing his extra work, and then joining in with us. He needs to fulfil the protocol to get him back and give him the best opportunity to have a long run in the team. And that's the same with all the players there. We have to follow a protocol, otherwise you end up with players coming in, coming out. Yeah, we understand players getting injured, but then we follow the protocol to give them the best opportunity when they come back. Then they're able to stay fit for longer.
Perfect. Thank you very much.